Hello, and it's another lovely day here in sunny Sligo, and it's becoming sunny. Been very, very misty, but now the sun's burning that off, and we're in for a lovely day. We're on our way to Carrick on Shannon to give you another little travelogue, and just hope you enjoy yourselves. Come along with us, have fun. Onwards and upwards. Carrick on Shannon is the county town of County Leitrim. To give you an idea of the scale of things in Ireland, it's the largest town in the county, but had a population of only 4,743 at the last census in 2022. Here's a weird fact: despite being the county town of County Leitrim, not all of the town is in that county. Cross the river to the side of the railway station and you've entered County Roscommon. The town grew up around a very marshy fording point on the River Shannon and was given its royal charter and seal in 1607. Some old maps name the town as Carrick Drumrusk. Carrick on Shannon is the gateway to the Shannon-Have waterway, Loch Key, Acres Lake and Loch Allen. It's also a haven for watercraft. The town is also famous as a venue for stag and hen parties. That's bachelor and bachelorette parties if you're from across the pond. The website IB4UD, that's Ireland Before You Die, rates it as the #1 location. This is a shock to anyone who has seen the town during the day, as at that time it has a very gentle and relaxed atmosphere. We reached the town and looked for a parking spot. Most, if not all, parking in the middle, north and east of the town is chargeable, but there are free car parks in the dock area. We headed to the first of these. Although there were spaces here, I decided not to park as the spaces were either too tight due to badly parked cars, and my car is quite wide, or between or next to large vehicles or vans. I've twice had cars hit by drivers in larger vehicles whilst parked, and I'm always frightened it will happen again. We headed for the other free car park. This one looked full. It's the first time we'd seen it like that, but Mrs. Old Hiking Geezer spotted some spaces away from the main area. Well, we've arrived at Carrick on Shannon on what's now turned into a beautiful day. It's not that bright yet. It is sunny, but it's not that warm. Nice breeze coming off the river, but it's going to get extremely hot later. So I'll be changing from these glasses to my sunglasses, I'm sure. We stop and look at one of the many information boards that you can find in the town. We've parked down near the dock on a little free parking area, which is next to a lovely little churchyard and the famine memorial, I believe this is. Yes, it is. That is gorgeous. Most towns in the west have some form of memorial to the awful potato blight famine. Some have statues like this, and some have memorialised their famine graveyards. Some towns have done both. As with anywhere in Ireland, you can't go too far without finding a mural. We have a separate video on Irish street art. Why don't you take a look? Now we see Turnkey Lodge, where the prison warders once resided.
Well, we're now heading to a place called the Dock. The Dock is an arts centre and contains various things like artists' studios, galleries, a bar. Thought I'd put that one in quite early. A coffee shop, and all sorts of things like that. And as usual, we come across loads of pretty plants. And a little bee as well.
And this is the Dock, the old courthouse and now an arts centre. The column that you see here is a reconstruction using surviving stones from the original portico of the courthouse. Come inside the Dock, also known as the Leitrim Design House. The main foyer is spacious and cool, a godsend on a hot day like this. I make a beeline for the gift shop. This gift shop's a little different. It's got all the usual gift shop stuff, but it's got some fantastic artwork in here as well. We next went upstairs to an art exhibition on the first floor. We had picked a quiet day, and I believe this was the only exhibition open. It was small, but it was free of charge, and I thoroughly enjoyed the artwork. I never feel happy about filming people going about their duties without checking that they are okay about being on video.
We've got a YouTube channel and we're actually filming, but you may have got into a couple of the shots. Do you want us to take you out of the shots or leave you in the shots?
No, that's fine.
Okay, lovely. Thank you.
So we go back out into the bright sunshine. What did I think about the Dock? I think it's good, but you need to give it more time than we were able to give it today. This is the rather attractive St George's Terrace. Next, somewhere which, if I had given in to temptation, would have sent my pancreas into a frenzy.
Well, here we are at the Carrick on Shannon market, which occurs apparently every Thursday.
Many Irish towns have small markets like this. The large markets that you find in the UK and other countries don't seem to exist so much in Ireland. It seems to be small and informal.
What a shame I'm diabetic. Oh, sorry. Hi. Well, having wandered in here and seen all the nice goodies, it's just a shame I'm diabetic.
Yes.
Because there's a lovely piece of bread pudding over there I could murder. Oh, come on, get me away from here. All right, before I give in to temptation and buy something.
But I was getting hungry and we went looking for food.
There's a little work too.
Yeah, I won't do a bad job.
Gabby had always wanted to try Cake Me Away. Unfortunately, they didn't appear to have anything that my diet would allow.
No, I won't leave that because I can't eat any of that.
A group of trainee adults were out and about with their teachers.
Let the kiddies go past.
Okay. I'll stand up here. We're going to go through the markets, okay? So, we go through this way, yeah?
Once they had passed, we crossed the road to take a look at the Costello Memorial Chapel, the second smallest chapel in the world and the smallest in Ireland. Please pause the video if you want to read any of the signs or information boards. This applies throughout the video. The chapel was completed in 1879, so I assume that the date of 1877 on the outside post is the date that it was started. Edward Costello had it built as a mausoleum for his wife Mary. So the chapel is to Carrick-on-Shannon what the Taj Mahal is to Agra. The dimensions of this lovely little chapel are 16 feet long, 12 feet wide and 30 feet high. This is the beautiful little altar. Hang on, what's that going past? We'll have another look at that in a little while. I don't know if this is an apparition or not. Most light was from behind me and there is no glass for it to reflect off. The small side windows were coloured and this is clear. Also the camera is panning down whilst the anomaly is moving right to left. Any guesses?
Down here.
Although not in our plans, we decided that later we'd look at St
Give us
George's.
off St Mary's Lane.
We're proud of our footage of the chapel, though to do it justice and to see its real beauty you have to visit it. St Mary's Catholic Church is a very impressive Gothic building reached by climbing a double set of steps. There is disabled access and limited disabled parking at the rear.
God, I hope they bring the coffins up through the back door because I wouldn't like to carry them up there.
Although the town is far from noisy, the contrast between the bustle of the town and the tranquility of the church interior was astonishing. Sit down with a cup of coffee. This is without doubt a beautiful place. I'm not a religious person, but I appreciate the beauty of places like this, and I respect a person's right to worship without somebody stomping around with a camera. So we left them in peace. I had mentioned while in the church that I was suffering. I had excess blood in my caffeine stream, so I needed an oral transfusion of coffee. We visited VDA, an extremely colourful and friendly coffee bar. We'd been here before, so I knew it would be good.
How are you?
Hi, can I have, what was it you wanted?
Cinnamon bun.
Cinnamon bun, please.
Sitting in or take away?
Sitting in, please. And your, can I have a large white Americano, please?
Sure.
My friend?
Oh man, cheers. Thanks very
Okay.
much.
There are many great places to eat in the town, but that's for another video.
I wonder if I could have a straw for this.
You are here. How the hell do they know?
And now we take a little walk up St Mary's Close for a flying visit to the St George's Heritage and Visitor Centre. The main building is a Church of Ireland church which houses the famous Telford organ and many interesting displays. I haven't been able to find out if the building is still used for worship. Next to the church is an exhibition telling the story of Leitrim, its landscape and its peoples.
Oh, what's that?
Fat man pot.
Oh. The grave?
Yeah, let's have a look around the graveyard.
We hadn't planned to film this until our follow-up video on the town, and it wasn't in our budget for today, so after a quick look around the graveyard we pushed on. On the way back to Main Street, we stopped to admire a mural depicting quotes and poetry about the area or by local personalities.
Oh, that's the more detail about the writers here. Yeah,
I'm not great at speaking Irish. Yeah, give me time.
On the way to our next stop, we chatted about the complexities of the Irish language.
And I'm picking up a little bit of Irish since we've been living here, but I'm not that great yet.
No, I think it's hard. Language is easier to pick up.
Yeah, what was it? I can't remember what. I think it was Ita said to me that if you pronounce an Irish word the way it's spelt, you're pronouncing it wrong.
This is Sean P. O'Neill, a local character often seen busking in the town. I spotted a stall next to the town clock. It wasn't there when we passed earlier. I went to take a look. It was a lady selling things in support of Palestine. Most Irish people support this. Unfortunately, the lady did not want an interview. We strolled down Bridge Street where we came across one of our favourite stores, Jimmy's. We've shown you stores like this before in our videos on Boyle, Sligo, Tubbercurry, etc. They sell almost everything. Be careful though. If you go in, you'll walk out having bought something you didn't even know you needed.
Oh, we can still run here.
Aren't you cute? You're about the size of my little dog.
She's crossed with a Chihuahua. She's a Zimperton. Oh, lovely.
Almost identical, just a
Yeah.
different colour.
Yeah.
I was told mine was a cross Jack Russell, but the face isn't quite right. So.
Right, yeah.
Well, after meeting that cute little dog, we carried on walking around the store.
All right, all done? Lovely. Thanks, bye-bye.
This is Carrick on Shannon Town Hall. It was built in 1850 after the people of the town campaigned for an assembly room. It has hosted plays, dinners, dances, as well as public meetings. The plaque is worth looking at too. Down this alley is a fascinating little shop. We both felt the need for a sit down as it was a very warm day and the alley was shady and inviting.
need to get up. Oh, that's not easy. You're an old fart like me. Hiya.
The shop was a mass of books of all type, and that was heaven for Mrs. Old Hiking Geezer. I, on the other hand, just wanted to add to my collection of thousands of CDs.
What have you found? Anything? Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Carrick is famous for one thing, and that is being on the River Shannon. The clue's in the name. So let's take a look at this watery wonder.
And I need an ice cream.
Well, it was hot. Mrs. Old Hiking Geezer spotted this lovely flower bed and simply had to record it. In my opinion, when you visit a town for the first time, it's essential you call in to the Tourist Information Office. The people in there are very knowledgeable and you'll normally get lots of leaflets.
Hello.
How are you?
Oh, hot. Not used to the heat.
We explained about the Old Hiking Geezer channel and its aims, and they were incredibly supportive.
Right, let's go and...
Well, enjoy your hiking and your filming.
Thank you.
And good luck. And thanks for doing that. That's very good. It'll keep us, all the tourists and people, informed about country.
Well, this will be up on our channel in probably a week to a fortnight.
I'll look it up for you now.
Lovely. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yourselves.
Bye-bye.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
What a lovely, relaxing, tranquil sight. I would have loved to have been out there on that cruiser. I suddenly felt my age when I realised that it's been over 40 years since I hired a cruiser. The last time was on the Thames. I'd love to hire one on the Shannon. When will I get round to it? Well, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Mrs. Old Hiking Geezer has found yet another mural. Okay, let's have a little slideshow of the beauty of the Riverside. So that's our little view of Carrick on Shannon and the Riverside. So you've now found out you like Carrick on Shannon. Let's look at the ways that you can get there. There are a number of ways that you could get to Carrick on Shannon. One is by car, like us. Another is by bus. Expressways bus number 23 runs from Dublin to Sligo via Carrick on Shannon. And there's a number of local buses. You could of course always arrive by river, or you could catch the train. A Sligo bound 22,000 series just leaving the station, which, as I said at the start of the video, lies in County Roscommon and not County Leitrim. This lovely old parcel scale fascinated me. It sits under the map of the route. This lovely bridge is closed to passengers, but still looks pretty usable. Could this be an old and no longer used waiting room? And a no longer used but still well maintained signal cabin. Much of Irish rail is single track, so outside the station there's a passing loop. Lastly, to the Carrick Retail and Business Park, which means we are still in County Roscommon, although some maps say Leitrim. It features a multi-screen cinema, a hairdresser's, a clothing shop, a lovely restaurant, a pharmacy, a Pilates studio. There's even a Chinese takeaway, and there's a Super Value. But for us, the important one was Supermax, an Irish improvement on McDonald's. And I just had to laugh at what was written on the back of the drinks cup. Minerals, by the way, is the Irish name for soft drinks. And lastly, on the far side of the roundabout, a Lidl. So that brings us almost to the end of our first look at the lovely and beautiful little town of Carrick on Shannon. We found it impossible to do it justice in just one video, so we'll be back to give you a closer look at its features and attractions. Is Carrick on Shannon worth a visit? Definitely. And just what was that we saw in the chapel? I can't see it was lens flare, because the light was coming from the wrong direction and there would have to be something for it to reflect off of into the lens, and there simply wasn't. But final conclusion, I haven't really got one. I'll leave it all up to you. We hope you enjoyed our little look around. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and become a subscriber. Please comment, tell us what you liked, what you disliked, and correct any mistakes you spot. If you're able, please help the channel by donating through Buy Me a Coffee. The QR code is on the screen and the link is in the description. So thanks again. This is Mrs. Old Hiking Geezer and Mr. Old Hiking Geezer saying goodbye and onwards and upwards.